This is my series of splitting when having borderline personality disorder, the quiet type. Hello, I'm Chrissy, and this is my channel Healing Speaks. So I decided to make this like a series because there are like 9 different types of ways to split. And I don't think I have that much brain power to go over, the 9 different types. So I decided to make it like a series. This is series 1. Today, I'm only going over one type. And then if you're interested in my other series of the other different ways of how I split, just be sure to subscribe. So I'm going to go over one today, and I'll be going over a new type every day. Okay, so the first type I want to go over, you guys, is the one that talks about intense emotions and mood swings. So according to Google AI, in a nutshell, that is rapid shifts in the mood, often moving from extreme joy or enthusiasm to intense anger or sadness, can be triggered by splitting. So that one, I want to go over the intense emotions and the mood swings. So this one, if you have quiet, so keep in mind that I'm borderline personality. I have borderline personality disorder, but the quiet type. Now remember, that's not really considered a mental illness in the is it DCM? Is that what it's called with the list of mental disorders? We are the quiet type by choice, in my opinion. This is why I think it's not like a real set on diagnose. If you have BPD, you're listed as BPD, not quiet attached to it. We are quiet by choice, and I'm the quiet type because I like to internalize it, because I mentioned a lot in my videos that I don't want to be figured out by society that I have mental illnesses. I don't have just BPD. I have 2 others. I talked about them on my channel, but let's just stick to this. So I don't want to be figured out. So because of that, I wear a mask a lot. A mask. I'm always zipped up in this suit that I always talk about, like a joyous suit, because I'm trying to protect my identity of, not even identity, I'm trying to protect myself of just being figured out, from not being figured out, that I have something wrong with me. So, and that's exhausting. So I don't even really have intense mood swings like that, like how it says. My splitting when you have quiet BPD, I'm sure is so different from a person that don't think that they're suffering with the quiet type. If you don't think you're the quiet type, you guys, I would say, are the ones that have the symptoms that are displayed out and about in person, and you can't control it. You just can't control it. You have your episodes, you have your moments, and this is what it is, right? If you have the quiet type, we are more internalized. We keep it inside. Internalized. We keep it inside, and I'm not going to keep saying we. I'm going to say I, because I don't know if that's how it is for you. If it is, let me know. So for me, I'm the quiet type because, like I said, I don't want to be figured out. So I zip up in this fake suit, a fake mask, and I'm trying to appear. I want to navigate through life as if nothing's wrong with me. I want to appear typical, and I don't want to, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? What's wrong with her? So the judgment, because I do a lot of mind reading, you guys. That's also something that BPD people have, mind reading. That's another thing. That's a whole nother story. But anyways, you guys, so when I talk about splitting, it's going to be very different from those, like I said, that do not consider themselves having the quiet type. Splitting for the quiet type is different. So I'm like, how do I go over what it's like? So I'm hoping that it don't sound too vague. I don't want this video being too long. I'm trying to stay at 10 minutes. But splitting with the quiet BPD is just, how can I put it? I have my mood does switch. But because we're so good at hiding, let's just say that, because we're so good, we're like professionals. I'm like a professional at hiding my mood, hiding my personality. I'm like a professional because of the mask. I wear this mask and suit for so many years. I'm like a professional. So how do I even come up with stories like, because I'm always front. It's a front, okay? It's always a front. But I will say this, I can only explain splitting when it comes down to mood swings like this, if you have the quiet type. When I do feel the mood swings trying to happen out of my control, by the way. Because like I said, because we're so good at it, we can people with quiet BPD, we're professionals. We can control our emotions a lot better from those that can't control it, if that makes sense, okay? Because like I said, we wear a mask a lot. That is what it's like for me. I can't speak for all the quiet types, but for me, I'm like a professional. So I'm like, I have trouble explaining like what's a mood swing like for me. So if it's out of my control, because remember it mentioned, let me read that again. Rapid shifts in the mood, often moving from extreme joy, you hear that? Extreme joy or enthusiasm to intense anger and sadness. Intense anger or sadness. So did you hear that word? Extreme? Extreme. So I'm extremely, when I'm in my joyous suit, I'm trying to hang on to just being joyous. I'm trying to hang on with the enthusiasm, super friendly. I mentioned in my video before that I'm very commercial. Hi, how are you guys? Good, I'm good. Good morning. That's awesome. That's me, you guys. I kid you not. You guys may be looking at me like, whoa, that's too animated. You're right. I have BPD, so if I'm happy, I can be happy at a 30, a 50. Keep that in mind. I can be happy even really, really high with my emotions. So anyways, but going back to the point, when I do feel my mood changing out of control, like if it's out of my control, my joyous enthusiasm, the friendliness does go down a notch. Not all the way down, but it does go down a notch. So I'm very high pitched. You know, when we're happy, joyous, and friendly, our voices are high. But you can definitely tell, people can definitely tell that something's wrong because I go from like, hi to, hey, oh, that's good. Like I'm still respectful because I don't want to be figured out. Remember, keep that in mind. Quiet BPD is internalized. My mood changes, but I'm still trying to keep it to where I'm not going to be figured out that something is really wrong with me. So I try to still hang on to the joys as much as I can. But like I said, my tone of voice changes. My demeanor even changes. I don't look at people too often. That's what it's like for me when I'm starting to have my moods just out of control. I mean, not out of control. Yeah, out of my control is I just go like, oh, I'm fine. Oh, okay, really nice. I don't seem interested. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't seem that interested. And people can pick it up easy. Trust me, people can pick up my mood changes super easy. And I have been told before, you okay, right? You're okay, right? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. So that's what it's like. I could be somewhere having fun. I don't care if it's a birthday party, a theme park, you name it. I can be somewhere having fun, going out dancing. I did a lot of dancing in my 20s, going to the club and stuff. And I could just be having fun. Yeah. And I could feel it. I could feel it coming in. I'm like, oh no, here comes the sadness. Here comes the anger. But like I said, because my BPD, my splitting is internalized, the only thing that happens to me is just my mood, my demeanor changes. I don't seem interested anymore. It changes my energy. That's the only way I can describe my mood swings for me having the quiet BPD. Now, like I said, quiet is a choice. Having the quiet BPD is a choice. I mentioned this before in my Living with Borderline Personality Disorder video. I mentioned this before that I feel like I'm not allowed to have an outburst. For people that don't consider themselves, if you do not consider yourself the quiet type, you are probably the type that just shows your symptoms while you're out in society. You can't control it. This is me doing what BPD do. But I feel like I'm not allowed for some odd reason. And I don't want to be the quiet type anymore. I know that sounds silly to say, but I don't want to be the quiet type. I want to navigate through life with people looking at me like, what is wrong with her? Yep, I do. Because it's exhausting. I'm so sick of this mask. I'm so sick of this suit. I want to do what BPD do, but of course in a safe way. And of course that I'm not harming anyone or myself. I want to feel like I'm allowed to do. I got diagnosed with this for a reason. I have BPD for a reason. I need to stop trying to hide it and stop trying to appear perfectionist. I don't want to appear like I'm perfect or typical. Something is wrong with me and it's okay. Something is wrong with me and it's okay. Now, I don't have to go around saying, oh, I'm acting this way because I have BPD. I don't want to make an excuse that I'm having outbursts or splitting black and white and having abandonment issues and attachment issues because I have BPD. You got to excuse me. I have BPD. I don't want to do that. But if there is a time where I have to explain to someone, okay, like especially like I said, if there's going to be a time where I know I may have to say, you know what, I have BPD. You don't have to let everybody know, of course. You don't have to let everybody know, your job know. But I would say at least let your family or your friends know, because you do want to have a support system, okay? Just make sure that you tell people that you trust. But anyways, you guys, yeah, I want to feel like I'm allowed. I do. Because I said on my other video, the sooner I started realizing that I am BPD, the better I started to heal. Because for many years, I was telling myself, you are not your diagnosis. No, you are not your diagnosis. You are just as typical as everyone else. Which, you know, we're human. Humans make mistakes, yes. In that logic, yes. But when it comes down to mental health, I have a mental flaw. I'll call them mental flaws. I don't know if that's a real thing. I have a mental flaw, and it's okay to have a mental flaw. I am not the same from a average person that has no mental illness. I'm not the same. I'm not. I need to stop telling myself that I'm not my diagnosis, because I am. I have BPD with symptoms. Now, I can only manage it. Like I said, I want to make sure that I'm safe when I am having my moments. Safety is always first. But I cannot keep telling myself that I am not my diagnosis, because to me, it feels like I'm trying to place my mental illnesses under the rug and pretend like I don't have them. No, that's why I have the quiet type in the first place. I have the quiet type because I kept telling myself, maybe that's why I think I have the quiet type, because I kept telling myself, you are not your diagnosis. Yes, I am. But anyways, I think I got off track. So that is what it's like for mood swings with me. I can have a mood swing switch, but I don't display it as often, like as an outburst or something, like a major notice, because it's internalized. That's all I can tell you. So I'm trying to remove my goal, and this is why I'm so glad I created my channel. And I've been looking for, I'm always on YouTube looking for real people that talks about their borderline personality disorder, whether it's the quiet type or not. I don't care. I'm on a hunt for people with this illness. I'm also looking for people with major depression and generalized anxiety. So I just lost my thought. But yeah, so I'm just gonna wrap it up because I don't know where I went with that. For some odd reason, I lost my thought. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I'm trying to remove the quiet. Okay? I no longer want to be the quiet BPD. Because remember, we are the quiet BPD by choice. It's by choice. We can take off the quiet BPD, or I can. Let me say I, because I don't know what it's like for other people with quiet BPD. I can remove the quiet type once I allow myself to just do what BPD do. That is all that I have for you guys. So that's series 1 about mood swings for me. I don't know, it still feels vague. I'm sorry. Having the quiet type, some people could say that's boring. Having the quiet type is boring. You guys don't have, you don't have these awesome stories. I got some stories, but the mood swings is hard for me to talk about because it's internalized. So that is all that I have for you guys for this series. This is series 1 when I talked about the shifting of the mood, the intense emotions. So stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for series 2 of splitting, because there are 9 different types. I just went over 1 for me, and then I have another one to go over tomorrow. All right, you guys, if you made it this far, at least like this video. That's all I ask. I'm a new content creator. I'm glad that I finally let out what I have, what I'm suffering with. I finally put it out there. So now I'm ready to make content in regards to my symptoms and how it's affecting my life. Okay, and then like I said though, my channel is mainly going to be geared towards live streaming. But since no one knows who I am, who the heck is Chrissy, I have to just, pump some content out as much as I can and to get myself out there so that way people can start subscribing to my channel. And I don't have live streams enabled yet on this channel. I can only go live on my computer, but I cannot go live on mobile. I'd rather go live on mobile because my webcam sucks. And it doesn't suck that bad, but the fuzziness of the pixelated camera, I don't like that. I like to just record from my phone because it's just, I want to do live streams from my phone for now because it's just the camera quality, that's why. But anyways, you guys, that is all that I have for you with this video, and I will definitely see you in another one tomorrow. Be sure to subscribe if you're interested. Only if you're interested in my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so that way you will know when I upload new content. You guys, so that is all that I have for you, and enjoy the rest of your day or night wherever you are on this planet. Bye-bye.